aggressive, looking for his own, looking to use that length and athleticism against the bigs of Indiana.
Doug McDermott, a professional shooting
off the screen with O'Quinn. Joseph comes up with a loose ball, and look who's in the corner.
Yes, I like an effort play to come up with. They got Kyle O'Quinn was out in the corner with Harris, and he couldn't help.
Now McDermott comes off the screen for three. Third of the night for Doug.
Pass it back out with that type of size in the paint. Go ahead and score the ball.
No, they're three.
Off the back of the rim and the rebound to Corey Joseph. McDermott. That's good. One now off a screen with a quick.
Then he's in position to challenge there. I mean, he challenged 3 times. Give him one.
They have made a concerted effort to try to find Doug McDermott.
Doug McDermott into the game. That's why he's in the game. One of the best shooters in the NBA. 36% is McDermott. By Holiday, who gets his own miss back. McDermott. Sniper. You know, right now there are 2 players on the floor who are part of families that have had 3 siblings.
Kind of points of emphasis with this team is the success has come as McDermott able to knock down the triple, but it has come. Well, I think as long as Sabonis stays on the floor, Holmes is going to stay out there.
But also, I think the reason that McDermott knocks it down is the reason Holmes can stay is because he.
McDermott. Unbelievable. That's 20 lead changes now.
Lock me up, Nate.
McDermott. New ball game.
It was in favor of the Pacers.
It was just like I'm getting up, as you said, it's getting up in the air. Here's McDermott for 3.
Yes.
3 fourth-quarter threes for Justin Jackson. McDermott to answer.
Yeah. And a heck of a screen by Thad Young.
We met with President Kagame of Rwanda, who's head of the African Union, talked about opportunities throughout the continent. He talked about physical fitness. He talked about all those values I talked about.
Milwaukee as a team just 8 of 29 at 28% behind the three-point arc. And here is McDermott hits his second. And he has 5. The Pacers' 8-point lead was very early at 19-11. And now McDermott in the corner for 3.
He's the guy that's making shots. So they run.
Injury. He's got a lot of fans here. He's from Franklin, Ohio. He played 2 years at Duke for Mike Krzyzewski, and that's a 3. Count it for Doug McDermott.
Tariq Evans. McDermott rattles home.
Down one as high as 19. Washington having an excellent first half. McDermott straight on. Nails the three-pointer. McDermott's second 3, and Scott Brooks quick bounce for these Pacers. And Nate McMillan talked about it. He just, not just his talent, but the spirit as McDermott knocks it down. And he said,
and Eddie Gill with Quinn Buckner. I'm Kristen Ayre. Our entire crew as the Pacers have outscored the Bucks 24-14. And McDermott got it. He needs this out there. Saw him briefly in the first half. Now McDermott.
Let it go.
Got it, and a chance for a 4-point play.
McDermott sets his feet, delivers a 3, and Scott Brooks says that's enough. That hurts. Doug McDermott from
Aaron Holiday was fouled the last time down, but again, you've got to focus on what you can control, and right now, it's McDermott for 3.
Good to see him keep it going.
Blocked by Turner.
And a good block, but he traveled before that was blocked, so he'll take it.
McDermott for 3.
About to pass there.
By McDermott. Great defense that time by Tariq Evans and the Pacers. Here's McDermott for 3. Yes.
Got to make the most of it. Oh, he got a deflection. That's the second one that's caused the break. Joseph kicks it out to McDermott from downtown. There you go. That's what they need. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Arms to Sabonis. Here's Evans. He can be a load in transition. McDermott wide open. He got it. On a 3. Timeout, Portland.
He's not coming out of the game just because he got his bell rung. have to drag him out.
Whack there. McDermott ends up turning it into 3.
Go figure. Zach Collins still needs to work on his strength right there. He couldn't move Sabonis, so he ended up taking that jump hook. That's a tough shot right there. And he knocks it down. Terry Stotts, we've got.
And that's the 4th team foul against Detroit with 8:07 to play. Here's McDermott for 3. What a shot by McDermott. Flying in the face of shooters. They made 19 of them last night. They make, on average, 13 per game. And Doug McDermott, who has found his...
Not very easy, any easier with a second group than it is with the first group to learn how to make plays for each other.
And McDermott, he shot 50.
Come on, man. I'm the most excited person in Indianapolis. Trust me. I'm just happy for him. He's well-deserved. I know what it feels like to be in that position.
Get it. Brunas Ilgauskas blocked 120 back in the 07-08 season.
Wow.
McDermott fires from distance. He scores.
Oh, he can shoot it now.
Oh, we know that.
You let him get a good...
Cleared by McDermott. Aaron Holiday flicks it for McDermott. Chance a 3. Doug McDermott.
4 points per game. The 7'2" backup center out of Vanderbilt. McDermott for 3. 6 in the quarter.
The Hornets bench can get you back in the game because this is the part of Indiana's team that's really lacking with so many injuries.
Loose ball by McDermott. Good defense again. McDermott in the corner.
Yeah, you got to give him a comment. He is pushing that ball up the court.
And his Gonzaga alum in transition. McDermott for 3.
A good job by Brogdon to advance it to him.
25 from long range for the Pistons. McDermott got it.
Loses it, picked up by McDermott. Then drops it back to McDermott. Got it for 3.
He made a major impact on the floor without having any offense run for him, and that's what J.I.'s doing right now.
No doubt about it. That's
all the way to I mean, it continues.
Oh, yeah. McDermott from the corner hits.
Finally gets one to go down.
You get a 3-point Pacer lead. 6:43 left to play. A low-scoring game at the moment.
McDermott.
That's nice.
Boy, he comes off in rhythm. It's a lot of on the board in a big way. Gets you about 8 or 10 points. The other Pacers a shot at this.
McDermott.
Yeah.
First team back after the 5-game road swing. And they've trailed by as many as 28. The jumper is pure. McDermott, a 3.
Pacers had scored 9 straight. Now 3 straight by the Magic. McDermott for 3.
Really good job getting set, ball delivered.
They hit 8 threes. And with a huddle observation on the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance sideline, here's JJ.
Doug McDermott gets the quarter started.
21-103. They exploded in that third quarter. Early third quarter, fourth quarter, another basket.
He is going to stay here and actually spend time next week in Fort Wayne with the Matty, as David Mullen telling us before the game, as Doug McDermott hits the 3 to give the Pacers the lead. Both he and...
They forced Bembry into the 3. He's just made 8 this year. Brogdon has come back in. McDermott again. He made it! Back-to-back 3.
Good story, Serena. And while, yes, he does have the Pacers jersey on, the jersey closest to his heart, the Sixer jersey, presumably the one he got from T.J. McConnell as Doug.
Indiana wants to run. And Doug McDermott, in his sweet spot, nails his first. McDermott is left alone in transition, and the Thunder pay a dear toll for that as they fall behind by 4. With the rebound.
Mac pushing all the way.
McConnell to McDermott, and he's going to
play good D tonight as well.
You go back to that sequence against Denver the other night, the block in the 3. McDermott off the screen. That's what he does best. McDermott with his
2 points, but you're right. He has 3 assists. It's a 2-man game. Williams and Harrell. McDermott runs off the screen for 3.
He really shoots. The Pacers have not been able to get it to the paint. The Clippers have. And that's how you break defenses down.
And McDermott, who is
take it to the basket, make them play defense.
McDermott. And there is your first three of the night from Doug McDermott out. 90-85. McDermott.
Oh, that's his shot. One. That's his shot. That's a design.
As McConnell goes underneath, Zeller cuts him off. McDermott, top of the key for three.
It's a tough shot because when he's catching it, we've got to be kings in the paint. James gets into the paint, and everybody has to come and help out. So you got to keep guys out of there.
And McDermott hits the three. Pacers back in front.
Depot sitting in the reads, coming back. It's just a very good team. Not on paper as much as a lot of teams, but very solid team.
Doug McDermott for
where it's a team. I honestly think that he knows he can kind of work on some things against. He has been doing that.
McDermott again.
Indiana by 10. McDermott,
Great
top
screen.
of the key.
Great screen by Sabonis. McConnell.
Again, a nice screen up top. Kendrick Nunn shooting an open 12, 14-footer. McDermott, that's like a layup for him. Is 59. He has 8 points. He's done all of Miami's free throws, 6 of 7. McDermott with another laser beam triple. Doug McDermott.
Multiple guys involved. Now, Pelzai 18, McDermott fills it up like he did last night in Miami.
Pick out of Duke, played all 4 years there, played in Brooklyn, Portland, and now his third team with Denver, and that's a three, and it's McDermott.
That's a heck of a pass by Richardson, and that's real trust because he was at about 2 on the shot clock, Chris.
Now McDermott to answer.
15 on the night for Keita Bates-Diop. Wolves benched 5
on the clutch, and he gets in trouble with that. He gets in trouble to shoot that right-hand hook. And the three is good. And you got
Donovan found his lane in the paint. Cutter straight away 3. McDermott catch and shoot.
He's a not Jordan Bell. Jordan Poole. Jordan Bell is not on the Warriors anymore.
Doug McDermott dropping that in.
I gotta get it. You get the guy I was on. This is a much bigger human being. He matches my size more than yours.
McDermott.
Stop. No. That's not. Back the offensive boards.
D'Lo had it knocked away. He was trying to stay out of that turnover bothersome issue, and every turnover is run right back down their throat tonight.
He was watching that ball come the whole time. He need to take a few more steps to catch that.
Oh, McDermott's going to launch again. Man. 5-point swing. Missed the layup.
Drags the defenders low and then feeds high to Sabonis, allowing him to get in low on Whiteside. McDermott from 3, knocked it down. McDermott is in big 3.
Working towards becoming a priest before he took up basketball. Here's McDermott, one of those bench players that gave the Pacers a huge lift a couple of nights.
Anticipated by Holiday on the other side.
Here comes Aaron. Trailing McDermott for 3.
This was a really important play for Aaron.
Pacers led by as many as 22 in the third quarter. And McDermott hits a 3 at the other end.
I mentioned that
Sabonis rejects that Knox attempt. Here's McDermott, 3, and the foul.
That one is off of the fingertips of Boucher. Here's McDermott, transition 3, drills it. I'll tell you, that was a pretty good.
McConnell now. Cross-court pass finds McDermott. Catch and shoot 3. McDermott.
That's what he does.
7th in the league at 3. McDermott, who can light it up too.
Yeah, he's got just a pure shot. Coaches sub Eubanks, and then, of course, the right thing to do is just lay it softly off the glass.
Corner 3, McDermott. He's knocked down 3 in a row now.
No, he's one of those guys. If you're going to drop back in that pretty much zone defense, you're going to give up the 3-point shots.
I mean, look at 2 contests on Doug McDermott, but he knocks down.
Goaltending, that's a good block. You're calling it goaltending, I assume.
Yeah, looked like I thought it was goaltend.
TJ with a 3. Right again. This time he's a little short. Buckets.
Yeah, that was the spot right there where he made 18. It's the year for the Miami Heat and then suffered a pretty serious ankle injury. And those were his first bubble points here in Orlando. McDermott gets a good defense in a scramble mode. McDermott, quick catch and shoot is pure. Lead back up to 18 points. Doug McDermott still efforting some more information on his injury.
And the problem here for trying to do what Rachel's trying to do is the player is
on the floor. He can play. I mean, he's a little undersized, but he's not afraid is what he's not.
McDermott for the third time.
That's big. See if he's going to knock it down. Very good.
McDermott in the corner.
And one! Yeah!
A chance. Knox misses. Pacers have a chance to tie or take the lead. And they'll try to take the lead with McDermott for three.
An advanced pass by McConnell. Before the defense gets set up, it got put.
Bonus shooting threes this year. And Justin Holiday's length. Nobody put a body on him. It'll be McDermott. The line drive works. He really got off the ground on that.
Right, and he's.
And that's blocked by Turner. McDermott for three.
Yeah!
Bench in the ball game now. Heald switches on to Brogdon. Oladipo. McDermott from the corner. Man, he continues to sizzle and cook here.
Planning to make that pass back. Just got caught in a tough situation.
McDermott off the screen. That's good.
Out passes. They don't really challenge him hard. This team does not. They front you like we just saw. They try and go for the steals, and McDermott, who's been playing very well, to really shoot the basket.
He's just still bigger and stronger and shot that over the top. I mean, but those are the kind of things I think Nate Bjorkgren is going to try to do to get some things on the defense. On the offense.
Ball picked up Pacers. McDermott in transition.
Brogdon the entire time he was capturing the ball.
Misses, and Sabonis the rebound. McDermott in the corner for three.
I don't know. We got to see where that goes, but it'd be great to get the fans, even if it's just 25%.
Holiday the steal. Pacers have a chance to tie or take the lead. McDermott! The Pacers have the lead! Continues to make threes. That's his fourth of the quarter.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Right back.
McDermott ties it.
Give it to me. Right.
Good.
Brogdon the rebound.
Good challenge on the shot. Made Gallo rush the shot just a little bit.
Here's McDermott stepping into the three and drilling it. And the Hawks will take a timeout.
Offensive possession is there.
Extra pass. McDermott is waiting for three.
There you go. So you've got to defend.
That's some stupendous performance. He missed his first two shots, switching that way.
Here's McDermott, the ex-Knick from downtown.
He's a 40% career. Saw Turner make him reverse it.
Now McConnell back out. Here's McDermott from three.
Yeah, he's a pure shooter. Pristine jumper by McDermott.
McConnell got it from him because I thought he had it back.
And now McDermott for three from McConnell.
Great job of using his left hand.
Catch, shoot, McDermott.
Well, they had a man advantage because Kuz got knocked down, and they pushed it up the court and got the open man.
Top 85-84. 19 for Jokic now. Ooh. But hey, listen. Green, Batage, McDermott, LeVert, and McConnell on the floor for Indiana. Here's McDermott popping out and burying a corner three. He's got three.
At Miami, something we'll keep an eye on tonight.
He had been assisting at a rate of about 9 a game the 5 games prior to yesterday. Just 1 assist with those 5 turnovers.
Floaters, threes extremely well. He's a dynamic offensive player.
We just saw McDermott hit up there once, and we just saw it again.
You keep giving
more in this one after Burke hits the pull-up.
Yeah, Trey Burke's never deterred after missing shots. He'll always take his shot. Somebody needs to.
Good find, really good find. Because what happens when McConnell is playing?
Sumner.
Oh, really good basketball play by Sumner. Really good play. He had been coming
in 20 and 28, 2 games behind Indiana. McDermott for his third three. 11 for Doug. That's 5. Brissett got his hands on it. McDermott in the corner. His 3 perfect.
But deflections will be part of the game. The part that I think
I think he figures that out as he goes along. And to me, I think it's a sign of maturity and adjusting to the game. And that guy can really shoot at McDermott.
Washington, big year, second-year kid out of Kentucky, 14th in the league in blocks. And he has made some big offensive contributions down the stretch. That is McDermott from down to end that 17-4 Indiana run. Greg, you had to wonder, and Indiana had to wonder, as McDermott lines up again, corner 3, gets it again.